Hey guys, so if you remember me playing that map with Akuji86, it's better together. At the end of that he made mention of a friend that made a custom map. He had just completed it as we completed our playthrough, and I heard of it since he told me, and I decided basically from that point that I was going to do it. So let's get stuck into it. Rules: don't break blocks, respect the map, everything's possible, multiplayer, play on peaceful, feedback, and have fun. Now the feedback part I have already done, and you might be thinking that's a bit weird, you haven't played the map yet. But I actually have played the map. It was one of the maps that have failed in the audio, so it's unable to be used. Basically, I knew this map from I knew this room from the very start because I was watching Akuji86's videos, and I watched him come into here, take the button, and then when he got to this point, I decided that I really wanted to do this map, so I wasn't going to spoil it for myself, so I turned off his video and downloaded the map to play it. So I only had 3 problems with this map. Oop. And I don't know why I didn't die there. I guess I'll just have to fly up. But those problems, 2 of them are parkour jumps that you hit your head on the ceiling. So you basically have to jump right at the very end. There is, I believe, 1 in a room with ice. Right, there's like 7 in a row in the room with ice. But there is a lava room that has 1 inside of it as well, and they really were stuffing it up for me. They were ruining the experience. But still, with that, I still greatly enjoyed this map, and hopefully you guys will too. I'm just going to fly to the top because I made that. There's a button in there in case you died. So yeah, I do know how to do this, but this has to be up. That's one thing I don't understand, why it has to be up. Yeah, the third thing that I had problems with is, I have no idea if I've passed it already, but at one part you have to remember a sign, and that sign has letters such as, I believe it's 10R, what is it, 10R something F, 20F, and 5L, or some combination like that. And this is one, no this isn't, and it expects you to remember that in a room that is right at the end, which, so basically it just says we need a lever and to place it where the redstone torch is. But if I can get this, there we go. What was I saying? Basically right at the end I got to that room in my first playthrough, and I had no idea what to do. Now I understand what it means and when I need to use that, but they at least need to have some reference to it, like, do you remember that sign or something like that. I think that would greatly improve the map. But unfortunately it was not done that way, so I spent about 5 minutes in that location wondering what I was meant to do. Then eventually I just ended up digging up the whole room. It got me to the end, but it wasn't the way that I would have preferred, which is unfortunate because it was basically the only time I had to cheat in that map, apart from a couple of jumps. And you'll see that I'll give those jumps one go. As soon as I fall, I'll just fly to the end of those jumps in this playthrough because I really can't be bothered with those kind of jumps. It's basically the only kind of thing that I have a problem with in puzzle maps. Jumps that you hit your head on the ceiling. You have to jump at like the last second. And sometimes you just have to be like perfectly timed, which just isn't me. So, which is why I don't do it. So the lever goes there. I'll leave the redstone torch, lever goes up. Still got that button. Now apparently we have to keep the flint and steel, but this map creator is very generous in the way that he tells you to keep something, but then still at the very end he gives you the item back. So if you are to fail, which I did on nearly every time, and lots of other people will as well, it basically just helps them, which I find really good. So basically that was just one block of water that you had to jump into. And basically this whole map so far has just been the exact same as what it was earlier. I can't remember the maths problem, so I'm going to have to do them in my head. You have to do mental math, that's one of the rules. No pulling out a calculator or anything. Even though you'd need a computer-assisted calculator to complete these problems. So the problem, -10 plus 50x equals 3. Nothing in there. Must be the old one. 5y minus 10 equals 10y -2. And they both doors lead to the same thing. Now the only difference about this so far compared to the last map, I opened this, I went to look down, I forgot to crouch, and I fell. Which is alright because you still have to go down there. It's just saying like if you're brave enough, go down, or stuff like that. Basically it gives you ladders and a pressure plate which you need to get out. But yeah, I haven't been to school for quite a while, been on holidays, so I was surprised that my maths was that fast. It was that fast in the first playthrough as well, even though I didn't remember it the second time for some reason. I was still able to get it done fast, which surprises me a bit. So as I slowly ascend to the top, I would like to know why we have 2 extra ladders. Now this one, I believe it was that jump from there to there, you hit your head. So if I make it up to there, I'm just going to attempt it, but if I fail, I'll just skip it. That's the way I'm going to go. Go down and get these items. Item. I like how you have to get the button to open the door, and it's not just get to the end. Gotta go somewhere else first. And yes, that was the jump that I was talking about. Those were also hitting your head, but these for some reason aren't as hard, in my opinion. And yes, this one was a pain in the ass. You see these 7 jumps? They all have to be like, run here, jump at the very last second and land there, because you hit your head when you jump, so you can't really go anywhere. and we have to get the button, which I chose the first chest. I chose that chest as my first chest to look in on my first playthrough, and it's the correct chest. That happens a lot in this map, for me at least. The map creator must have created it the way that I would have or something, because... damn, went too fast. Because I seem to get all the items, like, instead of turning right and going down the leave path in the T intersection, I turned left and went to the nether brick path, which unfortunately, which fortunately had the button in it. If I just went to the right, I would have missed it. And then there, I just jumped straight into there. That happened to be the right one. So once again, when I make it up to them, if I fail, I will just skip them all and go to the end. If this was my first playthrough of it, I would have done it legit, but it isn't, so I'm not gonna... damn it, I'm not gonna bother wasting my time. And you saw how I made that first jump. I didn't make any jumps before, and I attempted it so many times. Just take all these items. So here it is, it says remember 10R, 20L, 5F. That means 10 right, 20 left, and 5 forward. And that is the room I'm talking about. There is no reference back to these numbers, which I believe there should be. But I like this hint, sky's the limit, instantly made me look up and see this chest. Oops. That's a fail. Okay, now where's some stone? Here's some stone. I can't even collect the stone. What was I thinking? So I'll just break down that door. Not very good with this. For some reason I misplaced it. Okay, so let's make it night. And that's one thing that I like to do, is using the zombie mod, because then I'm able to make it night and have checkpoints no matter where I am. So here, entrance to the final room. There's no puzzle to this, you just walk through and fly up, or swim up. Then there's a maze here, and here, I went on left the first go, button's right here. I had no other experience, just for some reason trying to remember which way I went. Doubt it's going to work because this is a rather long maze. That's one thing that I don't like with maps. They have to have mazes. Okay. It's not a flaw in the map, it's just like a what's it called? I can't remember what it's called, but it's just like a thing that all map creators just have to put in. There's no question about it. Every single map basically has a maze, other than a solely parkour based maze, which I find a bit annoying, but there's nothing really that I can do about it. Let's see if I can do this as good as I did last time. Last time I ran across this without taking one arrow. There we go. Same as last time. Now here, I don't know if you guys have heard this disc before. It is the C418 disc. It's called 11, I believe. I will turn up the sound and be quiet so you guys can hear it in its full glory. I only found out about this yesterday, so I hope that